Hey guys, it's Alfred. I'm back with another video. How's everyone doing? I think recorded a video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna upload that one though, because there was like a lot of background noise. I'm just too lazy to mute. But other than that, I was like playing like a lot of like 5NL. Actually, just trying to get a feel for the pool, seeing how it differs. I played a ton of hands actually. Let me just pull up the graph on another screen. I'm just gonna say this again because I said it in the last video I tried to record, but yeah. Either way, let's just go back, get into the video, how we normally play. Gonna ISO this queen 9, and definitely gonna be 3-betting the queens. And on the paired board, I think we can just mix between bet or check. Gonna play more passive, but maybe it does make sense betting if he's a wreck. Sorry, I'm just a bit distracted right now. And on this turn, I think I'm just gonna be betting half pot. Nice to pick up aces, especially for the leaderboard. And we do pick up top set here. I think I want to place some checks here, but I'm just going to be betting small. Some checks with aces, I mean. Multi-way, I'm just going to take a stab at it. Still a lot of hands he can continue. Going to check my notes on this guy. Looks like he calls jacks. Small blind versus cutoff, that's pretty important to know, but not in this situation. I think he checks back the turn a lot, and I don't want to give his flush draws a free card. I think we can just limp along with the ace jack off, completing. Oops. The laggy. So just trying to check down the jack 10. I'm gonna be 3-betting the king 10 suited. I'm gonna stay disciplined and fold, but here's what I'm trying to show. Basically, I started off with like this insane downswing, losing like 600 bigs, but managed to make it back. It took me a while to adjust. It took me around like 5k hands just to figure out how to play. You can tell that like just from the graph, I'm not as aggressive. My red line's pretty down there. Yeah, it's just hard. Like people just call you way too much. So in that case, I had to change the strategy up a bit. Yeah, so if you have any questions about the 5NL pool, just let me know how it differs from 10NL, stuff like that. We call 9s here in middle position. I was kind of tempted. Normally I'd play 3-bet or fold, but it is a min raise and the guy is insanely short. So I didn't really want to put myself in an awkward situation if he did jam. I think it's just okay to call. Hopefully he has ace king here and just blasts off. Wouldn't really be a blast off though. And we have a pretty easy jam. Just nice when we run good, eh? Now we have a nice hand here, ace king off. So his quads, pretty insane. Yeah. Must be living the dream on that turn. We're gonna get squeezed here. I'm not entirely sure what to do, but I think against an 8 big blind 3-bet and an unknown, we're just gonna fold. Like when you get snapped here, you just never expect to lose, but then you lose and you're just confused. Oh, I just misclicked here. Already turning out to be a bad video. Rightfully so. Pretty exploitative play here. I think on some level we could just start ISOing this with the limp behind, or we can even just flat here. I think when we roll like a 68, I think I'm just gonna go for an quote 3-bet just to simplify the game tree. Gonna be calling here 7 bigs, hopefully big blind folds. And then we find a limp call that's insanely weird. I think we just bet like half pot and just fold and just give up on most turns that we don't improve. Main reason is I still think he has enough like trash here. What I mean is like some suited connectors. Some Broadway hands, basically. And maybe like some weird ace highs. I don't know, it's kind of hard to play against these people who you don't really know. Like the ranges, it's hard to define a range basically. So I'm just closing my eyes and betting. And we do win that 70-30 with the 7s, albeit for a small pot. Ace-9 suited is kind of a loose-ish open, if you would say. Loose. But it really depends on how comfortable you are. Interesting, we see a 10 big blind open. We have a flush draw, and yeah, just kind of gonna be mixing here. Betting small, I think all options are on the table. I think my main size is gonna be like half pots or a third. And we do have a weaker player. Kind of tempted to call because we have like this guy in the big blind, but I feel like there's gonna be some times when he squeezes. So gonna be 3-betting on with the 9s, and I think on this flop we just bet range for like small for a third. And he snap calls, so now it's like we just try to get to showdown basically. He could have he still could have draws like queen 10, ace queen. That's pretty much it. I don't think he's ever folding like a jack on this turn. I don't think, and if he has a king. So now we're just kind of showing it down and pray that he has something like 8-7s, queen 10, ace queen, those kind of hands, even ace 10. That's great to see. And now we see a lead on this turn from the big blind. Gonna open a bit bigger with this guy than the big blind, and we're gonna get 3-bet. And here I think we can go for some thin value, but I don't think our kicker, I'm trying to think if our kicker's strong enough. We're basically targeting hands like 5-6, 6, like basically that's just it. I do think he has like a bunch of stronger 9s in us, so I just don't think there's much value in betting here, unless it's like specifically against pocket 7s, pocket 6s. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep. Maybe miss value there, but who knows, he probably won't be calling anyways. And I think queen 10 off is going to be a semi-loose open, but we've seen this guy like do some pretty weird stuff. And he's a short stack, and it's only like 2.2 big blinds. So I think I'll flick it in for that price. Now we have an open-ended straight draw. We're pretty much just going to be calling the flop. On the flush completer, I just don't think that we have much improvability now. He could have all the flushes anyways if we don't when we don't have a heart. So I'm just going to fold. And against this guy who we've seen in the past be pretty crazy, I'm just going to try and play as many pots with him. Just hard to play when you don't really make any hands. He's going to be betting half pot on this board. Pretty straightforward fold. Now queen jack off. Like sometimes we could 3-bet this, sometimes we can just call. Like it's kind of whatever. But I think just most ranges has this as a fold. Just checking to see how many. Oh yeah, I played like 5k hands in 25 NL. I'm down like just under a buy-in, but above EV a lot. I think we'll be check raising here with a 6. Check calling's not wrong too. And I think here on this turn we can just overbet or check or just bet normal size. I'm gonna go for the overbet. When we're bluffing the river, I kind of want to be polarized. We're gonna put all his like awkward middling pairs in a tough spot. Even folding out things like ace queen, king jack, and all that stuff that has equity against us. It's gonna be a win. Gonna see a big 3-bet, especially when you short stack. You don't really want to be getting out of line there. It's just easier to fold. A lot of new people that I haven't seen before. Also, I don't really play much this pool, so maybe these people have been playing for a while. Look at this guy. This guy's definitely a reg. He has 2,000 big blinds. Holy crap. In 10 and L. It's like unheard of. I think that's the biggest stack I've ever seen in 10 and L. I wonder how long he's been playing to like accumulate that stack. The biggest stack I've gotten was around like 800 bigs. And I know like my other friend got like 1,000 bigs in PLO, like 25 PLO. That's pretty much it. 2k bigs in 10 and L. That's crazy. Gonna be folding the 4-6 suited here against a 3 big blind open. Might be tempted to call, but I'm gonna be playing very tight. Folding pocket fours there. Five, 6 suited at open and higher stakes, but not 10 and L. And gonna be folding the deuces here. Same thing with 7-5 off. It doesn't really perform well when we're going to be playing out of position. Basically, all our calling hands will mostly be suited hands unless it's like king queen off. Kind of an easy way to think about it. Here, I'm just going to be playing. I'm going to try to realize some equity on the turn. And I think with the nines, we're going to be calling like very low frequency, maybe like 20% of the time. So if we rolled very high, I'd be calling. But I think it's still kind of minus EV to be playing. Maybe nines gets in there actually. Let me just check. Maybe that was a mistake. Pocket sixes, I think when he's 3-betting this small, I think we just call and play in position. And it's like a terrible flop for us. I'm interested to see like how this hand plays out. I really want to see what the limper has. Should have watched that one too. Yeah, nines is like sometimes raise, sometimes fold, mostly. I mean, sometimes raise, sometimes call, mostly fold. I'm gonna go a bit bigger here since we are pretty deep. Pocket threes you can fold as well, but we do spike a set. And I think on this flop I'm gonna be checking a lot. Pocket threes specifically, I'm going to be betting multi-way. I don't think I'm like too balanced in these spots, to be honest, like betting multi-way. But it's just like Don't think I need to balance myself when nobody knows that how I play at this stake. Gonna be peeling one here to a third, and on that turn, I think we just have to be check calling again. Kind of tempted to raise versus a sizing. Trying to think of what his range looks like though. We are pretty deep. If he jams in my face, I'm gonna cry. But yeah, I think that if he had like sets or whatever, he'd be going bigger. I think a lot of the time people have, even though we're blocking it, a lot of time people have like ace queen, ace king here. Not really sure, but he's betting small, so I'm just like, doesn't look like, it looks kind of weird. And we have like enough equity anyways. 3-bet pot here, and it goes check call, check, and now we're in this position again. Considering we can still be good against things like king queen, jack 10, queen jack suited that we all unblock, I'm still going to be calling. On this river, it's a pretty much straightforward fold now. Yeah, I don't think we can call here. Just interesting how he goes for this sizing. It's like he's trying to give us like, I just don't think the sizing's ever a bluff, but yeah. I'd imagine like, I think you just go all in on the river, right? But yeah, he just has way too many pocket pairs in his range. I don't think I'm going to be bluff catching. We even still lose to like ace king, ace queen. Going to be a godlike play if he's doing that with like value betting with like ace high. Now, same spot before, we know that like it's 50% like that we're going to be calling. I mean, like 30% we're going to be calling, 25% we're going to be raising, and now to a 4x 3-bet, we just fold. I think we're slightly losing on the session after that 3-bet pot, even though we did win with the king queen suited. I think we're going to be betting a lot on this paired board. It's not wrong to range bet, not wrong to check. Going to be ISOing the king 10 suited. And I think on this flop, we're just going to be betting small. Keep in mind his range is still relatively weak. Now he could turn like an ace. So yeah, if he has ace 4 suited, so be it. But we just call here, keep in all his bluffs. And I think if he has a flush, it's like, so be it. We just got to call this down. That's really tough to see. I don't think we can also protection jam on the turn, but like not sure what that accomplishes. Just fold out all his bluffs anyways, so. Oh well. Definitely down after that one. Tempted to be bluffing the jack 10, especially after he snap checks. Just basically some run bad, basically. Like we lost with a vote. And yeah, then we just lost that hand. Gonna go for a larger 3-bet sizing, especially since how deep these guys are. Just tempted to bluff, really tempted to bluff with the jack 10. I think it's mandatory bluff, especially since we have jack high. This is like a weird flop. Like this dynamic is so weird. We're blocking the nuts, but ace X is still prevalent in their range. So I'm just going to be checking a lot on this monotone board. But we could check jam as like a bluff, to be honest. We can check jam like our aces, kings, jacks, so I'll need protection here. And like check jamming our queen of clubs here is basically just our only bluff. And then I think against this specific player, I'm just gonna be betting like very tiny now on the turn. I think that we have ace king full frequency that they don't really. I'm gonna call because this guy's a bit weaker. Gonna call because this guy I've seen him do some funky stuff. And he's just not betting, so I think that we just gotta fold. Interesting how they both call, and Don't think we can just bluff this river. We have enough showdown value. It just sucks if this guy just starts randomly jamming in our faces. That'd be weird to see. Oh, he has ace 10. I thought, like, because the cards didn't peel fast enough, so I thought that we won the pot. And this guy's pocket sixes. That's insane. Just shows you how wide, like, some people call these spots. It's too bad that we do lose, though. I was really hoping to take that one down. I'm pretty sure if we jammed the river, we would have gotten this guy to fold. It's just that the thing is, like, when they both call a turn, it's like, even though it's a small sizing, I do expect them to fold, like, this kind of trash, like sixes. So the thing is, like, I feel that their range is, like, very, very condensed when they call. Like, they can still, I expect them to fold all the jacks, jack X they have, like jack 10, that kind of stuff. So we see a small bet again here. Thing is, he could be blocking with his like 9s, 10s. That's the thing. We still beat like jack 10 suited maybe, but I think that the range that the cold calling range that I've seen mostly just pocket pairs. So yeah, I think we just have a straightforward fold there. And we're coming up to the end of the video, so yep. Gonna bet small here. We get call. Gonna be checking on this river. I think we just block again, and I think I'm just gonna be betting with the ace king, something like this, sizing half pot. Could even bet smaller. Doesn't look like we're gonna place on the leaderboard, but yeah. We'll play for like a little bit longer, like maybe until like try to make the video like a 30-minute video. We have a limp pot here and we have a gut shot to the nuts. Just gonna keep checking. Hopefully we flop a set with the 4s. Maybe they'll get us unstuck. And I think we just fold. Just trying to show down the 4s multi-way. Sometimes you can 3-bet this, but he's opening 3.5x. Against a small one big blind bet, I think I'm just going to be calling. I'm going to be folding now here. Can 3-bet sometimes with the ace jack off. I'm going to be playing a bit tighter. I imagine he just has some random like 7x, like ace 7 off or something. Or like jack 9 suited. Nice to take that one down. Playing against this guy now, we do have 8s. So on these boards, like I think that we just have a high like frequency C bet on these kind of boards. I'm just gonna bet small. Gonna be checking here, but I think eights like I think it's fine to check like 8s. We flop a flush draw here after this guy min clicks and now he's betting pot. This is like indicative of your classic aces, you know what I mean? Aces, kings. I'm tempted to like bluff raise here, but I know this guy's like kind of nitty, so I don't think he'd be bluffing. Now we just get to showdown. And I think I was gonna say check jamming, like jamming the turn for protection or whatnot, but this guy, oh my god, this guy definitely has aces. I'm just scared to suck out. The thing is, like, we're just not even getting like good odds. If his range is exactly aces, kings, queens, even like jacks, like it's just not a plus EV call. So even though we have all the equity in the world, like I'm just gonna have to make a very disciplined fold. But like part of me just wants to be calling for the video. Anyway, I think I did make a mistake here. Actually, I was like, even though we do have a high frequency bet, I think like all our small pocket pairs just want to be checking here. Yeah, after he throws that like firecracker, I think we just have to fold. That's very, very painful though. We're gonna get 3-bet here. This is the caller again. I don't like calling these spots, so yeah, I think I did make a mistake. We're just supposed to be checking all our small pocket pairs GTO wise. Let's see how this plays out. Like our tens, I think we just mostly bet our like jacks plus here. Everything else gets checked. And we just bet our like backdoor straights, stuff like that. Man, that really hurt. But yeah, he just min-clicked, like I had to raise, call, then he min-clicked, so I'm pretty sure it's just aces there. Or jacks or king, like just basically a strong hand. Then he throws a firecracker as well, so you know, you have those kind of tells. This guy's tanking on me, so maybe, I don't know, maybe we have like some beef with this guy, who knows, he folds. And we do get a caller, and we do get a caller, so the way I'm just going to be playing this kind of hand is like, I'm just going to be betting small every street here. And he's going to call, oh shit, what's happening here? I think with the deuces though, since our hand's like pretty weak, I'm going to be betting like a third here. Didn't notice that it was my turn. I was just like, and same thing here. I'm just gonna keep betting small, try to like string along. Hopefully it turned like a jack or something. String along his nines, tens. If you have this guy again, he's betting again in position. I think with the king queen of diamonds, we just peel. And this bink right there on the turn, and we just call this off. And we just keep calling down. I don't think I'm gonna be folding to this guy anymore. It's pretty strong. You could have like ace four, but like our hand's like close to the top of our range, I'd say. And I'm just gonna call whatever bet on the river. Close my eyes and call. I lied. This can't be a bluff. Like, it's gonna be. I just don't think anybody like overbet bluffs here. So even though in my mind was like, yeah, whatever size he bets, I'm closing my eyes and calling. The video is almost 30 minutes long. So yeah, I'm just gonna be checking here. I'm gonna check fold here. And gonna be checking here a lot. I think if we wanted to bluff, this would be one of the hands we can bluff, like our weaker hands. Anything stronger than this, like some type of ace high, like ace queen, like ace jack, I don't think it's, we don't need to bluff those. But now we can get hands like some hands to fold. Gonna be 3-betting here to a bigger sizing. It's kind of alarming that we are a bit deep. I think we just peel any pocket pair here on the flop. Hopefully to bink the turn, and we don't. And hopefully he just gives up with his king queen, ace queen, that kind of stuff. And we just check it down and win. Yeah, I'm gonna be stopping soon just because the video is getting quite long. But yeah, I'm just having like way too much fun playing right now. Interesting with this flop, and even this 3-bet pot, I'm just gonna be checking a lot with my exact hand. But range betting is fine, you know, like betting like a small size here. Even with the backdoor flush, it's fine. Interesting turn card. An interesting lead. Trying to think about what kind of hands do this. Huh. Could he have something like king 10, like king queen or something? Maybe just like a flush draw that wants to see a cheap Just wants to see like a cheap flop, like a cheap river or something. I'll be betting half pot here. And yeah, let's just call. Tempted to like jam on this guy's face. It's because it looks so blocky, you know, like, and I have like so many ace queen, like queen jack, like here. But it's just I'm just not sure how many times people fold. It looks like he has tens. Just not sure how often he's gonna be. Screw it. And I'm gonna fold the aces here. Oh, he's king queen. Wrong, bad read. Interesting, like, yeah. Yes, that's why we fold aces there. Just we're always behind when we have a caller there. This is a weird hand for sure. I don't know, maybe it's too ambitious to get him to fold like a two pair here or like a set here. That's basically what I'm trying to get fold, so maybe it's a bit too ambitious. And yeah, so I'm gonna end the video there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that punt at the end, and have a good one.